The Seattle Seahawks head east for Monday Night Football, taking on the football team in Washington, one of the many teams that thrust itself into the playoff picture with a win last week.
And the Washington defense ends the storybook return of Cam Newton to Carolina with a fourth down sack.
Washington buried Cam Newton to seal their fourth win, keeping their faint hopes of a ticket to the dance alive. And they can thank their QB, Taylor Heinicke, who had his second good game in a row. 3 TDs, no picks, 9 yards per attempt, rating over 140.
Third down for the end zone. DeAndre Carter's got the catch.
And you know how you can tell when a receiver is a star? When the other team knows he's the main target and they still can't stop him. That is Terry McLaurin.
Over the middle into the end zone. Caught! McLaurin's got the touchdown!
McLaurin and Heinicke will now go up against a Seattle defense that just allowed Colt McCoy to go 35 of 44 against them, 2 TDs, no INTs, 328 yards without the services of D-Hop, no less.
Lost the football, then throws, touchdown!
The Hawks did play the run well against Arizona, continuing their trend against ball carriers for the year.
Connor wrapped up.
And they should expect to get tested a fair amount with Antonio Gibson lined up on the other side.
Gibson into the secondary, still on his feet.
The Hawks' defense wasn't the only issue in Week 11, though. The return of Russ has not gone well. No TDs for a second game in a row. Rating was barely 80 against the Cardinals, just 207 yards.
Some issues on the toss. Wilson attempting to toss it back to Collins, and he falls on it.
He's had trouble completing passes to DK Metcalf in their last 2 losses. 8 targets last week, just 4 receptions. 8 targets, 3 receptions the week before.
Made by Metcalf, but unable to come down in bounds.
Seattle has faced 2 of the better pass defenses the last couple weeks. Washington hasn't played quite as well for the season as those 2 teams have.
Zine keep, he'll throw to the end zone instead, and it's DJ Moore for the touchdown!
But they did show up against Cam Newton, holding him to under 200 yards and just 7 yards per attempt.
5-man Washington rush, Newton standing in, pass deflected away from DJ Moore.
And even though they only sacked him once, they do at least average 2 sacks a game and have an average QB hit total and pressure ranking.
As Bridgewater is swung to the ground.
And Wilson has been sacked multiple times in every one of his games, 4 more taken to Arizona.
Wilson in trouble.
But don't tell Wilson the war is over. You can see him in the locker room giving his best Belushi. What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Or until Washington decides it is, because they have comeback aspirations as well. Tell us which team keeps hope alive in the comments section. Here's what we've got for you. Toga, toga, toga.